Welcome and thank you very much for checking out my review of episode 2 of Star Wars The Clone Wars, the final season, A Distant Echo. Now before we get into the proper review, a couple of reminders of the disclaimers. While I will never spoil the current episode that I'm reviewing, in this case episode 2, I will essentially have to spoil scenes or aspects from the previous episode, in this case the first episode of the 7th season, and I think that's really it. And with the ending of the last episode, Rex now believes that there's a chance Echo might still be alive. So he gathers up with the Bad Batch and with General Anakin Skywalker. And together they engage on a dangerous covert rescue mission onto Skakor Minor. I really enjoyed last week's episode. I thought it was the perfect starting point to the final season, or just to any season in general. This episode was a bit slower, not in terms of pacing, but I felt by the end that a little more advancement should have happened. The episode shouldn't have just ended where it did, just like a couple of more scenes, like 5 more minutes, maybe even 3 more minutes to the episode, and cut a little bit of something at the beginning, and I thought that would have been just perfect. I still really like this episode. One of my favorite aspects is just the conversations between Anakin and Rex. Through the performances, they carry the confidence and the years that they have worked together. They know each other so well. And yes, they have that hierarchy between them when it comes to working together on a mission. But you can tell that they are friends. They respect each other. They like each other. They care for each other. And near the beginning, there's a scene where Rex helps Anakin. Anakin goes into this bunker, to this room where the clones sleep, and Rex stays vigilant in case ObiWan shows up. There's just a really interesting conversation that feeds into future events that we know happen in Star Wars. I really like that scene. Probably my favorite scene in this entire episode is that conversation between Anakin and the holocron of Padme. I also love that Obi-Wan knows, and he lets Anakin know it very subtly, even though Anakin knows that Obi-Wan knows. And just like I predicted last week without spoiling anything, the Bad Batch are probably going to cause some stirring in the pot. There isn't a big deal in this episode, but I think it just adds fuel to the fire. Enough action happens and enough advancement in the story happens that the characters and the story don't just sit in the same place by the end of this episode the way they did in the last episode, so there's advancement. I just thought that by the end, the moment where it ends, despite being really emotional, if you're a fan of Clone Wars and if you follow these characters and you love these characters, despite being emotional, I felt like I needed just 1 or 2 more scenes after that to progress us into the next episode. Because between the last episode, we finished off in a place where we knew where we were going. Right now in the second episode. With this one, I think it just concluded what happened in the last one, in the beginning of the season, and now I don't really know where we're going next week. I like these mini arcs that Clone Wars do, but usually it's 3 episodes, and even when they conclude this mini arc storyline, they give us something to proceed into the next one. So those are my thoughts on Star Wars, The Clone Wars, the final season, A Distant Echo. A great character episode, yet it feels story-driven more than anything else. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and thank you so much once again for watching. I'll have reviews for The Invisible Man and Onward in the next couple of days, so I hope to see you there, and check out my review of the first episode of the season of Clone Wars if you haven't yet. Once more, thank you for watching, and until the next video, stay beautiful, stay geeky, and don't forget to subscribe and like the video because it really helps me and the channel out, but most importantly, above everything else, forever and always, love each other and love the movies. And of course, may the Force be with you.